Close your eyes for a second. You're sitting in the dark, 50,000 years ago. No walls, no roof. Just cold air, a fire in front of you, and smoke curling directly into your face. And at some point, nobody planned this, the smoke shifts. It's coming from a different plant now, and something in your head goes quiet. Something loosens. You feel it before you understand it. And you will spend the rest of your life chasing that feeling. This is the real origin of smoking. Not tobacco, not colonial trade ships, not the ritual pipe you learned about in school. We're going back further, much further, to the moment before any of that existed, when a human being first noticed what certain smoke did to their mind, and decided to make it happen again. Because here's what almost nobody tells you. Smoking might be one of the oldest intentional behaviors our species has ever had. Older than agriculture, older than pottery, possibly older than language itself. Let's start with fire, because you can't smoke without it. And fire and humans go back roughly 1 million years. We know this from Wonderwork Cave in South Africa. Burnt bone, charred plant ash contained deliberately inside a cave. That wasn't a wildfire, that was a choice. And the creature making that choice wasn't even us. It was Homo erectus, a smaller, earlier ancestor who cooked, stayed warm, and breathed smoke every single day, for hundreds of thousands of years. That part matters because not all smoke is wood smoke. Burn certain plants and the chemistry changes completely. Alkaloids, terpenes, psychoactive compounds that don't just irritate your throat, they interact directly with your nervous system in ways that are, let's say, noticeable. Your brain has receptors for this, cannabinoid receptors, part of the endocannabinoid system which manages mood, memory, pain. Those receptors weren't built for drugs. But the side effect of having them is that when the right plant burns nearby, your brain doesn't panic. It recognizes something. It says, yes. So at some point around a prehistoric fire, a human sat downwind of the wrong bush, and something shifted in their head. And they had no idea why they suddenly felt extraordinary. But they remembered it, and eventually they recreated it on purpose. That moment, that first deliberate, intentional inhale is what we're actually looking for. Here's what archaeology gives us. The oldest hard evidence of intentional smoking comes from the Pamir Mountains in Central Asia around 500 BC. Burial sites containing wooden braziers, superheated stones, and cannabis residue with unusually high THC content. This wasn't hemp for rope. This was placed there with purpose, with knowledge. Which means by 500 BC, smoking already had ritual, tradition, and sophistication. That's not the beginning, that's the middle. And then there's the Utah discovery, a hearth 12,000 years old containing concentrated wild tobacco seeds, Nicotiana attenuata, placed in a way researchers say wasn't accidental. This predates every known pipe in the region by thousands of years. No pipe, just fire, just seeds, just intention. 12,000 years of documented evidence, and almost certainly much older below that in organic material that rotted away before anyone could find it. Here's what that adds up to. By the time any civilization anywhere developed writing, smoking was already ancient. Already medicalized. The Ebers Papyrus from Egypt, 1550 BC, describes therapeutic inhalation for respiratory conditions. Already sacred, indigenous Americans had embedded tobacco into ceremony, healing, and diplomacy for millennia. Already social, shared smoke as the technology that built group trust before language was sophisticated enough to do it alone. The habit that gets blamed for everything today started as medicine, as ritual, as the earliest known attempt to deliberately change the state of a human mind. And the drive behind it? still in you right now, the same neurochemistry, the same receptors, the same ancient pull toward altered experience that your ancestors felt 50,000 years ago around a fire in the dark. You didn't inherit their word, but you inherited their brain. And their brain remembers.